in a sufficient way?
Not in a sufficient way. It's like 50-50. Yeah, au kwingine tumeachiwa like the grassroots coaches ama community coaches, hiyo ni kazi yenu mtafanya. Hapo FKF they are after money because the teams always pay the affiliation fee. Of which unapata tournament inachezwa, yani the league, the FKF Grassroots Soccer League inachezwa, but unapata team inalipa affiliation fee, but ile zawadi ama ile awards hakuna. You just get a title, unakuwa promoted to another level of the league. Yeah, we are starting from sub-county level up to the Premier League.
So like, now that you are saying that maybe the FKF does not support it sufficiently, how do you run operations in that particular league as grassroots? As
grassroots, I think grassroots whereby we nurture the talents. Because hapo tuseme tu ni kama coaches na wachezaji ni kama wajitegemee, because unapata weekend team inajiprepare, weekend wako na game unajiprepare, pesa lazima referee apate do na pia unapata hata mawanja watuna, unapata pia lazima timu ijipange hiyo wiki mzima imeprepare venye utaenda kukomboa uwanja ndio uweze kucheza game yao ya ligi. Yeah, that is very sad, and I believe maybe there are some people from the governing body, the FKF, who are watching this, and maybe something should be done, because right now tunajua kwamba tuko ile time ya campaigns kuna campaigns pale ya FKF leadership pale ambayo itakuwa in December, I think date specifically it is 7th of December, right? Yeah. Na tunaona kwamba watu tofauti wameshajitokeza, wale they want to run for the presidency, they are coming with the idea of change because they feel like the previous regime has not done enough. And funny enough, the previous regime pia inasimama right now, mmoja anakuja vice president and the president is the respecter. So it's crazy because before we come to that, acha ninakuuliza swali hapa kwanza. Mimi kama grassroots coaches ama watu mko na academies pale grassroots. Of course, your football starts from the grassroots. That's where talents are imeanza kuwa nurtured pale kwa grassroots pale. That's where you get the players from their parents kwanza, uanze kumintroduce kwa football from the basics and everything. Now this is a question that I've been asking for the longest time. How do you benefit from a player? Because my player wanna grow up, wanda kama hivi kwa timu za ligi wanaenda nje. Do you benefit from those talents that you have nurtured? Si rare sana, kwa sababu kuna wale wachezaji like watakumbuka pale walianzia pale, charity begins at home. Watakumbuka, but kuna wale like kama kwa mfano umetengeneza mchezaji kutoka grassroots, unapata kama Gor Mahia imemchukua, unapata kama FC imemchukua, of which mchezaji akiproceed to another level utapata like Gor Mahia anajigamba huyu mchezaji ametoka kwa academy yao, of which coaches wa grassroots wamepitia akitengeneza huyo mtoi. So Gor anajigamba kwa academy, of which asimametoa mchezaji kutoka academy atumemchukua. Sasa more resources zinakuwa allocated kwa team kama Gor Mahia. And that has especially right now mna players wengi sana wanaenda nje, especially kutoka kwa Kariobangi Sharks. Right now mna this year I think only they have sold 2 players. A very good amount of money. In the recent one I think in this month or last month wame export a player to, I think in Sweden ama wapi. I think in last month. Last month, at a price of 35 million, I think they'll be, I think 30 something millions. You come and call in my sources. So, like, where is the problem? Why is the problem? Why are these grassroots football academies not benefiting? Is it that I'm just a vizuri? Ama people don't know wajako educated enough that they're supposed to benefit from that? Because even if you player to the band of player kukumbuke, si kitu assured, si kitu atakuwa atakumbuka. But I feel like systems should be in place whereby even that small academy hapo chini imemgroisha ina benefit from it. Because at the end of the day, you coaches need to eat. You need to support that academy. No, you have things like transport, vumesema malipanga refa na kwa grao. You need to be funded for that. So why is it not happening? Mbona ampati hizo pesa kutoka huko juu? What is the problem? Tuseme regime, tuseme tu yani watu wanatufail sana tuseme ni federation, hii regime yenye tuko nayo. Kwa sababu kama tuko na good leadership, lazima hapo grassroots coaches tutaweza kukumbuka, lakini sasa unapata like wenye wanatuongoza ni wabinafsi. So hata kufikia pale chini zile resources zenye tunahitaji hatuko valid sana vile. Hapo ndo tunasema tuko na poor leadership kuanzia hapo kwa federation. Hata tuseme hata government pia inachangia sana. So, okay, we can blame government for the longest time, but my question is, are you like, Junafilaje, if vumesema, of course the FKF has a part to play on that, ndio? Na pia the government has a part to play. But now on the individual academies, do you think they're doing enough to make sure that they get, do you think they're doing enough to make sure that they benefit from whatever, from their efforts? Because maybe like sometimes maybe because I have a friend of mine akona academy, basa aje register bado. He play anatangeza matona za maisa every time naonanga, but ile official registration yenyewe, even if you want to demand something from that side of a player, inakuwa easy it is kufikia hana maybe. Na nime feel like most of these grassroots academies ziko hivyo. Ini kweli ama mimi maybe nimepata from one side.
Like lazima pia teams zikuwe registered. Kama team haiko registered, hautakuwa recognized like team yako ni kama inacheza grassroots ama coaches wako kwa recognized. Na pia tuna hizo coaching course zinakuwa zinafanyika kama CAF D, CAF C. Hata hizo bado zinakumakitoe kama coaches. The moment una get your knowledge, unaweza kuimplement hapo ushaingia kwa system ya federation, kwa sababu wanajua tumetrain coach fulani na fulani. Hata wakati tunapata kama tunaweza kama tuko na national team kama Harambee Stars, obviously tunaanzia under 13. Tunaweza recognize ule coaches champion CAF D. Tunaweza mpata hizo basics za kufundisha watoto kama wao. Unaona? So the problem na kuja pia ma coaches hawana hiyo knowledge pia.
Yeah, exactly, because wewe best yangu limuulizangaje umeenda hizi have you gone for the coaching badges, akaniambia hajaendea. Then I'm like, does the FKF advertise enough to make sure that everybody knows about these training courses? Kwanza before that, do they come at a cost kwenda kusoma hizo badges? Do you pay for it to happen ama?
Yeah, you need to pay for it, kwa sababu unasemekana like wasema hakuna kitu ya bure. Kwa sababu kwa mfano tuseme kama unataka ku game, hizo vitu zinakuanga advertisement, ni kama ma coaches mnashikana kama community. Ama tuseme kuna community inatoka constituency fulani. Mnaweka kama MP wenu hapo, anaweza kujua venye anaweza kuwa support, of which hiyo pesa inakuanga allocated kutoka kwa government. So hapo unaweza kulipua hiyo pesa uweze MP anakuja na tafuta a number of coaches kwa hiyo community. Tunadili na coaches namba ngapi, wanafanya nini na nini. So hapo MP anakama na chip in. Anza kuwalipia ile pesa ya kuweza kusomea CAF D, CAF C. Na inaendelea tu ikigo on.
I don't know if you have any questions, Rodney or Manu, to the coaches here. But before that, what does it take to start a football academy in Kenya? What does it take?
I think tu ni passion, itaka tu passion na ile commitment. Na pia lazima utakuwa mvumilivu, kwa sababu hakuna kitu inakuja rahisi. Na pia uweze kujenga good relation hapo mtaani. Na pia kuwa na discipline, kwa sababu kama una discipline wewe ni coach na unakuwa take advantage na watu, hata ile trust na wazazi inapotea. So you need to be a respectful person pale mtaani, and you respect others. Pia wengine watakuheshimu, hata ukirespect wachezaji hata watakuheshimu.
Another question pia niko nayo hapa, maybe just guzia ni grassroots football pale. Mtoto kuna growing up nilikuwa nacheza football pia mimi, to a point nilianza under 10. Kulikuwa na under 10, sijui bado iko mpaka sasa. Kuna under 10, then tuko under so what is the process of you getting that child to your team? Do you speak to the parent? Do you just get a child from anywhere? How do you source your players, by the way?
I think we advertise the vacancy. Kwa tunahitaji wachezaji tunaposta, huwa tunatoa. Kama sasa hii holiday tuko na holiday, tusha advertise tayari holiday, tuko na long holiday. Na tukaambia pia tuko na vitu tutakuwa tunarana za team, kuna football, kuna life skills. Na pia kuna vitu mingi tunaweza kuomea, kuna kama hiyo class za mentorship pia tuko nazo. Tunaweza ku advertise naombe kama mtoto, kama mtoto wake ako interested kujoin, mzazi msaidia mtoto yake kujoin kwa hiyo academy, tuweze kugrow pamoja. Si atu focus sana na football peke yake pia. Si kila mtu atakuwa successful kwa football. Kuna vitu zingine pia opportunity zingine zinakuja. Lazima tu prepare mapema saa hii wakijua.
That is very nice. Exactly. That's very important, because unajua there is more to life. Kuna baadhi ya watu, kuna watu fulani wana grow up in football, but along the way something happens and have to drop out. So it's very important that impact the children with other skills hapo kwa hiyo football academy, because very important. Hata kama pia ataweza ku excel to the top of the career, lakini pia kuna vitu pia nafaa kuja nazo. Vitu kama kujua vitu kama hizi anger management, kuna vitu kama discipline, especially discipline, professionalism. Unajua pia football is more than just talent. Talent is one thing, but how do you professionalize your craft? Unaona? That's very important, because these players need to know. Kuna incident ilifanyika ilikuwa last season ama last group about in Gor Mahia, kuna kapu alishinda Then after winning that cup, they wanted a share from that from your triumphs hiyo, unaona? Na kulikuwa na issue manake walikuwa semaje, in your contracts iko sema tunakupea pesa ya cup, tunakulipa mshahara and you are done here. So what can you say about that by the years? Guze tu hapo kidogo ndo tujue how important professionalism, how to teach a player how to be professional in a soundaje about contracts and everything.
I think pia kusign contract lazima pia mchezaji akwe mental yake iko sharp, ndio usikuwe like unapewa tu contract na hakuna kitu unajua. Unafaa kujua, unafaa kuwa well informed about kuhusu contract, kwa sababu unaweza kuwa like wewe ulipatiwa contract lakini wewe kazi yako ni kusign but uja go through contract na kujua guidelines za hiyo team. Unaweza pata hata team inaweza kupatia contract wewe hujui, lakini imekupatia like kama miaka 5, unapata wewe mwenyewe ulikuwa aim yako ilikuwa kucheza kama 2 years. At the end unakuja unapata contract yako inasoma 5 years, team inakutaka na team iko na right ya kukatalia kwa sababu usha sign contract now na agreement tayari washa agree na wewe. So hiyo kitu inaweza kufunga.
Exactly. That is true because professionalism is very important. Because the talent just is a percentage of a footballer's career. A contract, understanding how professionalizing your craft is the most important thing because it avoids you being exploited by teams or any other person or agents or whatever. So it's very important that we teach our players the importance of knowing what everything that happens in their craft, which is very, very important. So I had forwarded this, but you can follow us on our social media platforms. We are now live on our Facebook page. That is EBN TV on Facebook, EBN TV on YouTube. You can follow us there. Air in your comments and and just take part in the conversation. We'll be sure as day to read all things that you write on the comment section. So continue following us. Air in your views. We are here to make sure that we read all of them and just react to them, the ones that need reacting. So thank you so much for everyone who's tuning in. Be blessed so much. As we continue now, that is Coach Frederick. Amesema kuna academy pale Kariobangi South and they have advertised for chances. It is there. So if you have a child out there that you feel like ungependa acheze mpira ama kuna talanta ya mpira na kwa around Kariobangi area, or you can access that area, you can reach out to him. Atakuwa naacha handles zake before tumalize hapa hivi. You can speak to him and make sure that your child makes use of their talents pale, unajua. Especially right now we are heading to a holiday, a 2-month holiday for most of the pupils, and they need something to keep them busy. So football is one of the things that can keep them busy na inafanya wana avoid many companies that maybe ingewa destroyed pale. So as a parent out there, you can reach out to such people, such academies to make sure your child is kept busy with something positive, something that can add something into their lives, maybe right now or in the future. Very important. So such people are very important in our community. Now, on the last question about the academy, do the parents help you in any way about the funds? Like when you need transport to go and play a match, do they help you with the transport? And how do you source your jerseys? Do they also chip in money-wise, or what happens?
I think our parents are very supportive. They chip in whatever that we do, and they really support their own kids. They are very much passionate.
Oh, so thank you so much. Because it's very important because at the end of the day, football needs money to run. Football is a very expensive venture for the ones who are managing that football. And now that he has told us that the FKF does not come in 100% to help them, so they need other sources to come in and help them run the activity. So if you're out there also and you have a willing heart to help the children, and especially these academies to nurture such talents, please, you can come in as in partnership, I believe so. You're open for that. You can come in as partners. You can come in as people who can maybe, even if it's not monetary wise, partners can be different forms. You can educate them if you feel like you can give them 1, 2, 3 things that can help them maybe in their career, in their life. You can also come in and partner with them in any capacity possible to make sure that these children are in the right place, are provided with the right equipment and environment to nurture their talents and be better people in the society. So, right now, I want to now to touch on the election now, and this one will involve all of us, Sasa. On the election of the FKF, we've been told that it's going to be held on the 7th of December. Yes, we are trying to change the leadership of the FKF, and it is new because we feel like maybe the previous, is it the previous regime? Because right now there's a caretaker, right?
They are not caretaker.
Oh, only the CEO is the caretaker because I think Oguda resigned.
I think for now we have the current FKF. Their term will be finished by 7th November. 7th November.
Oh, I have remembered. It's Oguda who resigned because he wanted to vie for as a president. So, so it is new time because I feel like this regime that has been there since 2013. or 2011? I think
since 2014.
2014.
2014, yeah.
2014. Yeah. I think they have tried their best, or they have tried what they could. But of course, there was so much problems with this regime, ranging from corruption. There was a time whereby there was the CS for sports fired the president of FKF at one time, and it brought problems whereby we were banned and everything. So it's high time. I feel like we need a fresh start. It's so sad that when I was reading something last week, but I think last month, and I heard that the current holders of the office still want to come back again after all these failures and all. It's so sad. What can you say about this presidency? Because let's start from coach here. You are part of this. You are part and parcel of this game. What do you understand? You chungei kitu kabisa ama ile utamie kitu. What can you say about the presidency and your lineup? Do you know the lineup of the people who want to be president?
I know about 4 candidates, around 5. Yeah.
So from those you have seen, do you think have you seen a person who can help the football in this nation from those 5 that you've seen?
Yeah, I've seen it, like Hussein Mohamed. Hussein Mohamed, ukisema Hussein Mohamed, football another change. Kwa sababu idea yake ni anapenda football, na idea yake ni kuchange our local football. Hussein Mohamed kuanzia grassroots, ameweza kwa kiran football kuanzia kitambo, kwa sababu tulikuwa na extreme. Tulikuwa na extreme whereby alikuwa meka kwa grassroots, the winners alikuwa anapatia 1 million.
Wow.
Na alikuwa na support team kama kuna fair, na pia alikuwa na support pia kupata jezi. Na pia mtu kama deputy wake ni the former footballer, the former Harambee Stars, Mariga.
Yeah.
Of which tunajua hao watu watachange. Kwa sababu they know much about football. Kwa sababu pia anajua ile pain yenye grassroots coaches wanapitia, na ile pain kama nchi yetu ya Kenya venye tunapitia through football. Hiyo pain wanajua kwa sababu ni watu wamekuwa hapo. Yeah, na Hussein najua, I believe Hussein ataleta change. Isikuwe like sahi anaweza kuatuonyesha, anaweza tuonyesha venye anaweza leta change. But at the time akishapata power, alishasahau Kenya alikuwa ameidia watu.
Exactly.
Hiyo ndio kitu yenye Nick alikuwa mpoa. Nick alianza vizuri. Na agenda yake alisell vizuri wakati ile siku za Nyamoya. But when Nick aliingia kwa kiti, kila kitu iliharibika kwa sababu Nick like mpaka sasa anajipiga kifua.
Exactly.
Of which Nick ukishaenda tambili wewe ondokea.
Exactly.
Hakuna haja ukuje tunatuambie mara wewe ni deputy, mara unachukua deputy wako na mpandisha.
Exactly.
Hapo tuseme tu ni current regime yenye ilikuwa, hakuna change.
Exactly.
Zile problem tulikuwa tunapitia ndio tutapitia bado. Kwa sababu pia kama hii maneno delegates, hata delegates wakichagua wenye wataran football yetu, wachague poa kwa sababu we need change. Pia lazima around grassroots soka lazima itambulikane.
Exactly.
Tuache kutengo for hiyo miaka yote. Lakini wakati wa election ikifika, mara kama delegates unakuja unadanganywa na uniform na balls.
Yeah.
Hiyo bado utarudisha pa tulikuwa. Hapo isaidii.
True kabisa pale. That's the plight of a coach who understands football from the grassroots level, whereby he has an academy. So whatever he says what he knows, not just what he has read from somewhere. And I have a list of the presidential aspirants. Here we have 9 presidential aspirants. Yeah. Ni watisa. Wa kwanza ni Doris Petra, ambaye amekuwa sasa yeye ndio deputy president wa FKF. And guess who is the running mate to Doris Petra? Nick Mwendo. Who was the president? Crazy, yeah? So that's the first aspirant. Okay, everybody has a chance. It's a free country. It's a democracy. It's a democratic country. The second aspirant is Hussein Mohamed, who is going to be deputized by McDonald Mariga. Yeah, the coach has talked about them. We have Barry Otieno, who is the former CEO of FKF, just resigned the other day, and who has to be deputized by Lucy Kageni. Lucy Kageni, I think, is also a football enthusiast in one of the teams here in this FKF. We have Chris Amimo, who wants to be deputized by Anthony Macau. We have Sami Kempes, a former player in the national team, and also I think Gor Mahia. He played for Gor Mahia. Yeah, Sami Kempes, and who will be deputized by Evans Kadenge. The name Kadenge rings something. If you understand Kenyan football, the name Kadenge rings something. We have Tom Alila, who will be deputized by Beryl Adhiambo. We have Sam Nyamoya, also a former FKF president, who was there before the current office, and who has to be deputized by Patricia Mudheu. We have Cleophas Shimanyula, who is the president of the CEO of Kakamega Homeboys. and now he wants to be deputized by Twaha Mbarak. Twaha Mbarak, I think, alikuwa Bandari. Twaha Mbarak, I know him. He's a former player also, and has been in football for the longest time. I know him. We have Sam Ochola, who wants to be deputized by Willis Waliaula Maulelia, something like that. So those are the 9 aspirants who wants to vie for the FKF Premier League. Now, let's first focus on the presidents here. We have Doris Petra, we have Hussein Mohamed, Barry Otieno, Chris Amimo, Sami Kempes, Tomalila, Sam Nyamoya, Cleophas Shimanyula, and Sam Ochola. Now, from everything here, coach, of course, Coach Ashara, nimona Ashara next stand yake, anataka Hussein Mohamed. Of course, me too, I'm leaning on that side, because I feel like Hussein Mohamed has done so much for football. So much for football. I've seen him even before he declared his presidency for the FKF. I think I know even some people pressured him to run for the office because he has done so much. I've seen him help teams. I've seen him distribute balls to these grassroots footballs. The coach was talking about the body was running. The name was Extreme Sports. Sorry, he's the president of Extreme Sports. Sorry, he's a board member in the Muranga Sales, I think. Pia. So this is a person who knows football from whatever angle, and just we lack that. And tunataka kuja hapo president because we have seen what he can do. When he has your power, we have seen what he can do. So what do you think when he has power? I think he can do much. And I was looking at his when he was launching his presidency, there was a lot of notable people in that launch. People I saw former footballers, I saw journalists there who were in support of him. People like Karol Radula have placed their support on him. We have seen people like Situmas who are there. We have seen people like is it the president who they call the chairman of FC Leopards was there. I saw people like in the government Hassan Omar was there. So all these people are putting their weight behind Hussein Mohamed. These apart from Hassan Omar, the rest are people who have been in sports for the longest time. I've also seen somebody like Boniface Ambani also put his weight on him. So these are people who understand football. These are the people who for the longest time they've been crying about we need the change in football. Na tunaona kwamba wana support you Hussein Mohamed. Yes, coach, you have something to say?
Yeah, like pia Fred Arocho.
Also Fred Arocho, of course.
Yeah, pia kwa upande wa Hussein. Na Fred Arocho pia ni one of the broadcasts.
He was from one of the media houses in Kenya.
Yeah, media house in Kenya.
Yeah, exactly. So you're seeing all these sporting people are putting their weight on Hussein Mohamed. But there's one thing which I'm not seeing here. There's a time I heard that Olechi wanted to run for the presidency. What happened? I don't know what happened, but I will check on that. So, like when we see all these footballing people, these former footballers putting their weight on a certain candidate, what does that make you feel? How does that tell you about the candidate?
It shows that they have a bit of confidence in the kind of maybe person he is. And my hope was we would get someone who has the sort of experience that Hussein Mohamed has, because at least he knows whatever needs to be done in football in our country. Because we've had a problem over the years where money is being allocated, but it's not being spent in the right way.
Exactly.
It's being used to enrich a few people and not really for the benefit of our players. We still don't have proper stadiums, we still don't have, let's say, proper sponsors for our league. So it's clearly a big problem that we have, and hopefully now that we have Akina Hussein and Mariga hopefully coming in, they can at least do a better job than whatever has been done over the years.
I'm seeing also Ronnie's throwing his weight behind Hussein Mohamed. What is wrong? What is it with Hussein Mohamed that everybody's falling in love with? Please, all of us up there, among these aspirants that we have listed here, who do you think is right fit to be the president of the FKF? Who do you think has that capacity to bring change to this footballing fraternity? Because for the longest time we've been crying, something is not right. Like Rodney said, money is being allocated to the body, but it's not seen. People don't see the results of it. So who do you think, who do you throw your weight on among these presidential aspirants? Manu, what do you think about this scenario? By every form of footballer, literally every form of footballer, apart from Kempes, who is also running, is throwing their weight behind Hussein Mohamed. What do you think? Have you come into have you maybe seen Hussein Mohamed do something about the football in this country? Or what can you say about Hussein Mohamed?
For me, naweza sema ni unajua sijafuatilia much into this, but if ukiona a lot of sports sports people wenye wanawekea pressure on maybe mtu kama Hussein Mohamed ni juu wanajua kazi yenye amefanya na maybe kazi yenye wanaona ile kazi yenye atafanya akiingia into the office. So mimi sina choice, like I can't choose somebody maybe ati mwenye atashinda. Mimi kenye naweza sema tu ni maybe the best person win, as in but kitu moja kenye nafaa juu nimesikia wase wengi wameongelelea like as in lazima kuwe na new regime like change because sana ukiona hiyo story ya let's say Nick Mwendwa drop tena kwa deputy nilikuwa ninasikia pia into another conversation about it, and people were like we can't fall into it again because a person like Nick Mwendwa amekuwa into the office for that long and tumeona a lot of things happen kwa local sport yetu. Tumefika point hadi tumebaniwa na yeye amekuwa in office, so inafika point hadi unasema we just need change. No more unaona maybe our sports media personalities unaona maybe wanawekea pressure on another person, say maybe kama Hussein venye watu wanasema and unaona running mate wake mtu kama Mariga, somebody who has been in this sport and anaelewa Kenya inaendelea. So ukiona kitu kile na happen, jua tu watu wengi wanataka tu change in our sporting fraternity na akiweza kuingia hopefully ataweza kudeliver, because pia kuna Frederick amesema point nyingine about power. Unaweza ingia in power and then you can just change.
Exactly.
And so we just hope for the best person to win. Ule mwenye kama unataka Hussein, kama unataka pia kina Nick na hiyo regime ya kitambo, it's fine, your vote counts, but mimi Kenya naweza sema ni change tu inahitajika.
Exactly. And I was looking at this lineup when kila mtu anaongelea, because many people are throwing their weight behind this Hussein Mariga partnership ama deal. I was looking at Hussein Mohamed and McDonald Mariga, and I was looking at that combo, and I feel like from their perspective this can be the perfect combo, because if you look at Hussein, he's very good on the corporate side and management. Mariga is maybe has a very good relationship with the player, on the player side. And the pitch and everything. So I think this can be a good combo, because at the end of the day, like you've said, football needs fans. If you look at fans, we need like sponsorships and everything. So the corporates coming in. If you look at the stature of Hussein Mohamed, he has that stature, he has that capability of bringing in the corporates to the sports, and he said that during his campaign. If you look at now Mariga, you see now the image of players now, the player side. Maybe I'm not saying I'm throwing my weight behind that, because it's not. I'm not a voter, I'm not a delegate in that FKF, but I'm just trying to look at what is making them popular here. So I think also some campuses can be a good fit campus. But anyway, everybody has their choice, like Manu said, everybody has their choice. And I hope the delegates will be taking part in the voting. They do the due diligence and just vote on merit, not because I know somebody or just because somebody has bribed me with something like jerseys or footballs. Let them vote for change. Vote somebody on their... Look at the capabilities of all these people. Who sounds genuine? For me, I think, if you ask me, I would say like the ticket of Petra and Nani and Nick Mwendwa is just off. Because we cannot look for a difference and elect the same people. Yeah. I think for me, if Mwenda respected himself enough, he would just have resigned and gone home and let others do the work. Because I feel like he has failed. He might have done well on the female side of football, the women football, because at least you are seeing the fruits out of it. But I think the overall work is done for the last 2 terms. I think for me, underperformed. He's underperformed a lot. So we are going to leave that at that. So we'll be waiting for that election. We'll be updating you on everything that is happening in regards to that election of the FKF. And I hope the delegates will make the right choice. I'm just praying for that, because I love to see the Kenyan football grow. I'm so jealous of the Tanzanian league and maybe the Ugandan league, the Ethiopian league growing, and ours remains stagnant, or maybe guys just going down each and every day. It's so sad, because we have a lot of talent. Now, jumping on to something else that may be still sad, but I feel like it's something we can be proud about. There was the Sekafa Under-17 African Cup of Nations qualifiers in 25 that was taking place in Tanzania, whereby Kenya was one of the teams that the Rising Stars were participating in. And yesterday there was a final. Yesterday, whereby it was Kenya against Tanzania, whereby Tanzania won 2-1. And I don't know if you watched that game. And what did you make of that game? Let us start from coaches. Did you watch that game, and what do you make about that, the whole tournament from the beginning to the end?
My comment inaweza kuwa like Rising Stars. They are very young. Wako committed. Wako na passion. Na pia ni hardworking team. Kwa sababu I think hiyo ndio foundation yenye tunaitegemea kwa saa hii. Na ndio yenye tunategemea wakwe the future Harambee Stars. Kwa sababu ni wachezaji wazuri sana. Na wanatia bidii kwa sababu si tumeona hapo kuna talent. Ni vijana wametoka tu shule juzi. Wakina Kibet. Ni vijana na show talent. Na pia Kibet ni mtu wa form 4 last year.
Yeah.
Na maza last year na of which ameenda mpaka majuu. Sasa anacheza academy majuu.
Yeah.
Ni vijana wenye tunategemea. Na ndio wenye tunategemea wapandishwe kutoka hapo. Wakipandishwa at least hata ku promoted kwa national team. Kwa sababu national team wanachagua na based on kujuana. Kwa sababu Harambee Stars iko very poor. Tu promote vijana wadogo wapande hapo juu. Ando anajua kazi gani Kenya tunataka. Na anajua kuwa proud kuwa Kenyan. Kwa nini wanataka kuinua flag yetu ya Kenya hapo juu? Yeah. To support vijana wadogo.
Exactly. Let us support these people. They have represented us so well because reaching the finals of the under-17, beating notable clubs like Tanzania. They beat them in the first game. They beat teams like South Sudan. I saw them beating teams like this other team inaitwaje nimesahau kidogo. So like they have done they are so proud. Hata kama in as much as they lost in the final, they did so much, and they qualified for the AFCON, especially they qualified for the AFCON under-17. What can you say about it, Rodney? About the whole tournament, because we covered it last week, and I think till yesterday now. What can you say about it?
In as much as they didn't maybe perform in the game, we can be very proud of their performance. I was personally very happy with Kibet. He's a very good striker, and hopefully we can at least give him the support.